to the channel, and today we are back live on Pokemon Go for another event. We have another Research Day event, and if you remember a couple of years ago during the Adventure Week on Pokemon Go, which is an annual event, we had the Fossil Research Day which featured Cranidos and Shieldon, and today is pretty much the same event except featuring different Pokemon. Of course, we are in the Adventure Week this week on Pokemon Go, and this year the Fossil Research Day doesn't quite feature this little guy in Cranidos. It features Amaura and Tyrunt, so two different fossil Pokemon, but really good chance of getting him shiny. 1 in 10 shiny rate for these research days, so super high chances. And of course, with him being from field research tasks, we have a very high chance of getting a decent shiny today, which will be very nice indeed. So let's just clear out some of the storage and we will go ahead and see what field research tasks are around here and try and get those shinies today. So let's just get rid of everything but Toad Schools. We don't want to be deleting Toad Schools if we can help it. And I think there's a couple more things that we can delete from here as well. A couple of Cranidoses being saved. Used to save these for a candy, but no longer required to save those. And of course Fidos as well, we don't need those, so we'll get rid of those. You can see how many Toad Schools I actually managed to find around here. We are pretty much in farmland around here where I live, so in the countryside, so we do get Toad School quite often, which I know if you're living in a city or in a town, you may struggle to find those during this Adventure Week event. But also during the Research Day, we have these wild spawns of the fossil Pokemon as well. So we have Anorith, we have Shieldon that you saw previously, we have Cranidos, and other wild fossil Pokemon as well, like Kabuto here as well. So there's loads of fossil Pokemon about. These are going to be changing. The spawns will change again at the event time when it finishes at 5 PM. So we have about an hour and a half of these event spawns, and then they will change. But there we go, field research task done. Make 3 great throws and reward us a Tyrunt. Now we have got another field research task in that I do want to try and complete, and that is those make 3 great throws in a row. It's not an event task, but it is one for a rare candy, which I quite like to try and stack those rare candy when we can and put it on Dialga for a rough time. So let's see if we can spin these Pokestops around near us now. So if you're new to the channel, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel as well. Let's see what these tasks are here. So we have 3 pineapple berries while catching Pokemon. Let's do that one and see what that rewards us. So the CP hundo that we need to be looking out for Tyrunt is around about 700 CP, is exactly 700 CP, should I say. And I think Amaura is slightly less. I think it's around 684 for Hundo of Amaura. It could be 784. It definitely finishes in 84 anyway. So when we encounter one of those, we'll see how close they are. There is a free pineapple. Tyrunt, 678 CP. And jumping just at the wrong time. We're trying to do 3 great throws in a row, and always on the 3rd one it tends to jump. Terrible throw there. So make sure to get involved in the comments below. If you've already done this event in your region, let me know how you got on. And of course, if you yet to do it, are you going to be doing it in the next couple of hours? Let me know. So we have just done that one. We've got Battle in a Gym, which there is a yellow gym here, so that one would work in quite well here. Let's see if we can just get close enough to this to complete this one. There we go. We'll just sit down under a little bit of shelter. It is very sunny today, so it's difficult to see the screen all the time. today. So you just have to bear with me while we... If you do comment down below, you just have to bear with me. If I do miss a comment, that is because I'm struggling to see the screen all the time. But we have also got to keep an eye out for certain field research tasks which may look like event field research tasks, but we're actually the Adventure Week field research tasks. So they're the ones that we don't want to be doing during this 3-hour event. We want to be just focusing on the field research tasks which are going to reward us Amaura and Tyrunt. So we've defeated that gym now. We'll just add on a shiny unknown. Always tend to add on shiny unknowns around here. There we go. And we'll spin that gym as well. And another important thing that we just need to keep an eye out for today is the XP that we are currently on. Let's just claim this. And 573,584 is a hundo for Amaura. I knew it finished in 84. I just didn't know which the first number was. But there we go, 573. But yeah, another important thing that we just need to keep an eye out while we're doing this research day. As you can see there, we are almightily close to 900 million XP. We should hit it during this event. We've 200,000 off. You can see there we've just gone over the 800,000 mark. So we are very, very close to hitting that target of 900 million XP, which would be a super, super cool thing to do. And I'm going to try and do it for clean numbers as well. So we're going to try and do clean numbers hitting that 900 million XP. So it may take some organization to try and do that, but hopefully we can. So let's go ahead and see what these tasks are down here. So I think we're going to be, I've got the comment phone on as well, trying to anyway, but the hotspot keeps getting turned off because of the heat. It is annoying how often that happens. So we may have to just keep toggling that on whenever that happens. Let's just turn that back on. And we have 3 pineapples while catching Pokemon. Let's see if we can do that one. And we may get some tasks of a similar as well, which we could probably stack and do all together. We have win a raid, which isn't an event. Explore 1 kilometer is just a Adventure Week task, only giving us Stardust, so that's not a Tyrunt or Amaura. We can get rid of that. So let's see what this task is down here. Has that hotspot turned back on? No, it's gone back off again. Let's try to turn that back on for the comment phone. So let's try 3 pineapple berries to see what this task rewards us while we walk down to this next stop. And we might be able to reach the stop on our far left in a moment. Sometimes you can go from here, sometimes you can't. Have to wait and see if we can on this occasion. There we go, we can indeed. And what is that one? 3 rock type Pokemon, so that should be pretty easy. Got Archon there, which is a rock type. And use a pineapple for our other task as well. And then we've got Laleep, which is a rock type. And another Laleep, another rock type. How are you so good? I wouldn't say I'm good by any means, but it's just many, many years of practice. You'll get there. If you think I'm good, then you should look at other players, because there's loads of players, loads of watching. But I never big myself up anyway, so you'll always hear myself shoot myself down a bit. But yeah, thanks very much for the comment, though. Do appreciate it. It's nice to know that other people think you're good at least, even if you don't think you are yourself. Send free gifts to add a sticker to each. So we need to do that one. Let's do that now. And we'll just go for anybody who can receive a gift. We'll send gift, send, add sticker. Relatively easy one to do. It is literally bugging out a little bit though when you try and send a gift with a sticker. Had it happen a couple of times today. So let's go again, send gift, add a sticker. You see there how it flashes up and then goes off again. Keeps doing that throughout today, which is a little bit annoying during this research day. And then one more gift. So that's that one. So let's claim that and see what that is. Amaura, no shiny. So some of these I'll stack, some of them I'll catch. Nice curveball throws. So we don't have to do them in a row, just have to do nice curveball throws. So let's go ahead and see how long this one takes us. Shouldn't take us too long. Nice curveball throws. Very simple to do on these sort of spawns. Let's try an excellent throw on this Drawbit. There we go. And another Amaura, but again, non-shiny. So I think we're missing a couple of Pokestops around here. So let's go and get a couple more across here. Hopefully these are the research tasks for Tyrunt and Amaura and not for the adventure week. So let's see what this one is. I think we've completed that one already. This one we haven't completed. What is this one? What are those Pokeball looking stations? So these ones here, do you mean? Or do you mean those ones? The red ones? Those red and white ones, right, they're gyms. That's what they call gyms. So that's where you place your Pokemon to defend, and that will earn you coins throughout the day once it gets defeated. And then you can start earning gym badges. And when you level up on gyms, when you do raids on gyms, that's how you can counter legendaries and stuff like that. You will then start to earn these gym badges. And the higher the gym badge, so you have the non-coloured gym badge, you have silver, you have bronze, silver, and then gold. Once you get to gold level on a gym, you are at the highest level, and that will give you the most Pokeballs for when you're catching legendary raids on them. So if you see that one up there, that one has what we call a raid. You can head over to that, and that is the only way of obtaining certain Pokemon on the game, especially legendaries. So with a hatch and egg task, that's a bit rubbish, really. We'll ignore that one, and we'll just focus on the others. A stone stuck at the bottom of the shoe. Right, so let's head up to those 3 Pokestops behind the back of that yellow gym. We'll head up to those 3 and see what we get from those. And then we'll head to all the Pokestops down there and see what we get. Yeah, I think the more you get playing the game, the more you'll get used to it. It does seem very complicated at first with all the different things that are going on, but I think if you just try and learn a little bit at a time, you'll eventually get an understanding of what all these things are in the game. We'll just head up to these Pokestops up here and see what these ones reward us. So catch 5 Pokemon with Weather Boost. That isn't the Research Day event task. So we can get rid of that. That won't give us Tyrunt or Amaura. It will just give us one of those either Staryu or different Pokemon, like a high boosted Pokemon, high Stardust Pokemon, should I say, that are on those tasks during the Adventure Week. So they are not Tyrunt and Amaura, so you can bin those off straight away if you are just searching for Tyrunt and Amaura, which is what we're doing today. So let's head up to these ones. Stone Journey there, we might as well catch that. That is, of course, UK event, or UK exclusive Pokemon, should I say. Can't be shiny at the moment. Would be super cool when that comes out shiny. I don't think the shiny changes much. I think the grey on it just goes a little bit of a darker grey. But still, it would be very, very cool to have a shiny exclusive here in the UK. Of course, we have got Mr. Mime, but that's more Europe. And of course, Mime Junior, which is only available in 5-kilometre eggs from Europe. So these tasks, what do these give us? Earn 3 hearts with your buddy. Relatively easy one to do. We'll just swap into a different buddy. 7 different species of Pokemon. That is an adventure task 1. You're owning the whole street in seconds just by stopping on it with your phone. Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, Adventure Week task, which we might as well do because it gives us a rare candy. Terrible throw on that Gligar, which still stayed in the ball, which was good. So what task have we got? Earn her 3 hearts for your buddy. What is this one up here? Let's just catch Voltorb and find out. Catch 5 Pokemon. We can do that pretty easy. Just catch 5 around here. Do some excellent throws in the progress as well. All adding up that XP total, which we need to keep an eye out on because I don't want to be going over 900 million XP. We want to try and work it out so we are bang on 900 million XP so we can take a screenshot. That would be awesome if we can. There is a Tyrunt, 6, 7, 8 on the Tyrunt. So yeah, we're a couple, just over 100,000 XP away, 170 odd thousand XP away from hitting that 900 mil target. So we are quite a bit off. We may do it during the Adventure Day, maybe just after, the Fossil Research Day, should I say, or maybe just after, but either way we will be doing it today at some stage. So you can buy storage space in the shop. So if you go into the shop, if you save your free coins up like I have there, you can see I've got 4,900 now. But you can buy storage space here down at the bottom. So Pokemon storage space, you can buy them for 200 coins. So you can get a maximum of 50 for free each day. So it may take you 4 days to save those up and be able to buy some more storage. Or of course you can put real money on the game, but it's completely up to you how you play that. I wouldn't tell you you've got to do that. But yeah, definitely try and save your free coins up and use them on Pokemon storage. And then also you can use them on item bag storage as well, which will just help you collect more items such as Pokeballs, berries and stuff like that. So yeah, that's definitely how the best way to start spending those Poke coins on when you start earning them from defending gyms. Start saving those Poke coins up, those free Poke coins that you get each day. Now, to get the maximum of 50 Poke coins, you have to have your or a Pokemon defending a gym for 8 hours and then it gets kicked out. So if you go into your local town or city, you may go into an area which is a bit more player based. You have a lot more players there, so therefore the gyms get kicked more regularly, and that way you can start earning your coins if you add on those gyms and hopefully last the amount of time that you need. Now, if you don't last 8 hours, don't worry, because if you've added on multiple gyms, you can add up to 8 hours. So you could have, let's say you had 4 Pokemon and gyms in your local city or town, and they all got kicked off after 2 hours. Cumulatively, they have added up to 8 hours, which means you will get your 50 coins anyway. They'll just each come back with about 15 coins each or 16 coins each, instead of coming back at once with just 50. So just basically add on as many gyms as you can so that you can have a better chance of getting those free coins every single day. There'll be some days where you don't get them, unfortunately, but then there'll be other days where you do get them. But the maximum you can earn each day is 50 coins. If you made 2 accounts, couldn't you just knock your own Pokemon out of the gyms after 8 hours? Yes, you could, but it is against terms of service to have 2 accounts. So I wouldn't recommend that. But of course, if you've got a friend of yours who also plays, or you can try and get a friend to play the game with you, if he chooses to be a different colour, then you could get your friend to kick you out. That's how I'd do it. And that's how I tend to do it around near my place, because my son also plays. He is a different colour and he kicks me out. So we tend to help each other out with coins, which is really, really good. Hey, thanks very much for joining all the way from India as well. That is awesome. I believe you're 4.5 hours ahead. So if I'm right in saying you're probably around about 8:15 in the evening, if I've done my calculations right there. So thanks very much for joining. Much appreciated. I'm guessing you've already done this event. Did you play any of it, or were you busy today and not able to play much of it? Let's turn that hotspot back on for that other comment phone, and maybe we'll see the comments a little bit better. So spin 2 Pokestops, and that gives us an Amaura. So that is probably one of the easiest tasks of this research day. Spin 2 Pokestops. One of the easiest tasks you can find during this research day. So no struggles with that one. Really, really easy. And I just want to check if we've actually got that one there. We have indeed. I didn't know if we'd already spun it with having a different task in, which would have been annoying. Would have had to wait until it refreshed after 5 minutes or so. So there is also a Dynamax Squirtle here, so we'll jump in that and do that. Might as well. So super easy to take down these Dynamax. Level 1 can be defeated with basically any Dynamax Pokemon. So this shouldn't take as long at all. Hey Dan, how are you? Thanks so much for joining. Weekend is here, it is indeed. But you know what a weekend brings? Loads and loads and loads of Pokemon events. That's what the weekend brings. It's very rarely we have a weekend without any Pokemon events. In fact, I can't remember the last time we had a weekend without any Pokemon events, in all honesty. It's very, very much filled with Pokemon events nowadays, the weekends are. So Squirtle 503 from the Dynamax is pretty much the worst one you can get. 11, 11, 10. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Anything special this weekend? I'm not too aware. So we have a fossil research day, which is currently on, which is what we're doing today. 1 in 10 shiny odds. And we had it a couple of years ago during the Adventure Week, if you remember. And it featured Cranidos and Shieldon back then, a couple of years ago. And this year it features Amaura and Tyrunt. So 1 in 10 shiny odds for Amaura and Tyrunt from field research tasks. That's today, 2 till 5. And then tomorrow we have G-Max Butterfree being released into Pokemon GO. And that again is from 2 PM till 5 PM. And of course, Gigantamax are quite difficult to take down. So you may have to meet up with your local community to try and take that one down. And hopefully we'll be able to do some of those tomorrow. May try and video record one of those and put it on the YouTube channel so that you can see how difficult we are to take down. But I'll be hosting that event tomorrow in my local community, so won't be able to go live, but we'll try and get the odd video every now and again. It's a little bit less stressful to organise Gigantamax. I'm definitely going to consider getting some field research task shinies, guaranteed D-Star Vs and easy shinies. Yes, very much so. So of course, field research tasks, the Pokemon is guaranteed to be 10, 10, 10 or higher, which means a high level 2-star or even better. And a couple of years ago, my son's account actually got a Shundo Cryogonal from a research day. So very, very good day for Shundos as well, if you're lucky enough for those. It's probably one of the best days that you could get for a Shundo, to be fair. One of the best chances. So again, we are just focusing on the Adventure Week tasks. Sorry, the Fossil Day tasks. And it's very, very sunny here, so the sun is just glaring off a phone. I think that's one there. Make 3 great throws. So we'll try and do that, even though the sun is right in my eyes. Try and get this comment phone to stay on a little bit longer as well. That was not a great throw. Can't even see a phone. I think that was a great throw. I have a shiny Amaura and Tyrunt Evolve, but I'd like to get one of decent RVs of both. The ones I have are 0-star. Yeah, it's very, very disappointing when you get shiny 0-stars. They tend to be shiny 0-stars when you find them in the wild. Whenever I seem to get a shiny in the wild, it tends to be either a 0 or 1-star. Very, very rarely do I get a 3-star. Whether it's a higher chance of being shiny for a rubbish one. It always seems like that. But yeah, these sort of research days, very, very good chance of getting those high IV shinies, which is very much like yourself. The only ones that I really like to evolve is if I've got a good one. Don't tend to like evolving the 0-star shinies. I could trade those to my brother and keep the better ones. Yeah, very much so. Make 3 nice curveball throws is here. So we'll try and do that one as well. So the good thing with Mate 3 nice curveball throws is you don't have to actually catch a Pokemon. As long as you do 3 nice curveball throws, it doesn't matter if it catches or not. Still complete the task. Of course, you want it to catch because of the XP, but don't worry too much if it runs away. It still counts towards the task. Let's try and stand under this tree a little bit and get some shade so we can actually do these tasks. Excellent throw. And another excellent throw. The difference in actually being able to see your phone. Shiny Amaura, let's go. Look at that. Beautiful looking shiny. Such a nice shiny. And there we go, the first shiny of the live stream is Shiny Amaura. Such a nice shiny. There you go, 13, 12, 13 on the stat. So not terrible. Obviously, you'd take some hunting to get a better stat one of those in the wild. Super cool looking shiny. Hey Volvo Kevin, how are you? Thanks so much for joining. Oh, something's on his stop. Kecleon is in the way. Let's first of all get Kecleon off and see what the research task is. 3 pineapple berries while catching your Pokemon. And we have a 2-kilometer egg, which just gets him away of us checking that Kecleon. 401 CP Duskull. Ooh, 98 on the Duskull. Very, very close to a hundo. Let's get a 5-kilometer egg in. Hey bro, love from India. Thanks very much for watching from India. That is awesome. Hopefully you're doing okay over there. Three pineapple berries. We need a couple more to do that task. And like I said before, we just need to keep an eye out on our XP. Keep flicking on and off that throughout the live stream. Did we check that Kecleon? I'm guessing we caught it. Sometimes it stays there even if you did catch it. A bit like the incense used to be. There we go. So let's check that. Should be complete now, it is. And no shiny Tyrunt, 666. So Lucifer himself, 666. So field research tasks, the number of a beast exactly, yeah, exactly. So earn 3 hearts for your buddy. I'm not going to do that straight away. We may have to swap our buddy out to do that, to do it easier. But I'm going to leave that in for now. And I will see what we get. We may get another one of those, which we could stack and then do them at the same time, is what I'm thinking. So yeah, we'll see how it goes over these next couple of Pokestops. If we do get another one of those, it'll be super annoying to swap your buddy and then end up getting exactly the same task. So yeah, those sort of ones I always try and stack if I can. But of course, if it gets in the way, we'll just do it. But yeah, as you can see, quite a few Pokestops around here. We've only got an hour left of the event, so we'll try and get to as many as we can. Did start the event a little bit late on the live stream. Make 3 great throws. Of course, it could be great or excellent. It doesn't matter. There we go, a couple of excellents there. And no shiny Tyrunt, 683. So Tyrunt Hundo, as a reminder, 700 speed bang on. And Amaura Hundo is 584. So we need to keep an eye out for those Hundo numbers. still gaming, I guess. Try and just see what that previous comment says. It's just gone off, unfortunately. But I'll try and see what it says in a minute. Let's just see what this one is. Charge attack. A little bit annoying. Means you've got to attack a gym of some sort. Oh, there's a yellow gym there. Maybe we can do that one. We'll do that one in a minute. Not going to lie, I'm actually super pumped for today. I had plans initially. Yeah, so it is one of those days which do get you super pumped for. Me personally, I really love the fossil Pokemon. So they are super cool. All the fossil Pokemon, I've never had a bad fossil Pokemon really. Even Kabuto and Omanyte I quite like. Omanyte was in fact my first ever shiny on Pokemon GO. So fossil Pokemon have always been super, super cool in my opinion. I think it's just dinosaurs as well. If you grew up liking dinosaurs, it sort of pulls up those heartstrings as well a little bit with a fossil Pokemon. So there's a couple of research tasks we can actually reach around here. Let's see what these are. And again, we'll just have a little bit of a sit down. We don't want to walk past too many. Explore 3 kilometers, that is the adventure week. We don't want that one. Not during this event. We have catch 5 Pokemon. Very, very easy one to do. We'll do that in a second. And of course, we can't get any more until we've got rid of that earn 3 buddies, which we can do pretty easily with this Lapras. We've already done one with a walk-in. So let's just feed him our G-Max Shiny Lapras. So that's the G-Max Lapras fed. So that should take us to another heart. It has indeed. And then if we just do one trainer battle with him, which is a super easy way of getting the battle hearts. So if we just go against Candela, go Master League, and put in our buddy, our Lapras there. So you don't actually have to defeat Candela. You can just literally go in and back out, which is what we're going to do. And that will add towards a buddy heart. So there we go, we can just run away. And it should come up now that we've completed that task. There we go, earn 3 buddy hearts. So super easy way of getting your battle hearts with your buddy. You don't have to do a raid and put him in your party. You can just literally challenge Candela or any of the team leaders. Yeah. When you know, you know. So yeah, that means we can pick up that task, which is another use super effective charge attack. So we need to try and find a gym which is not red, and we found one back there. There's a blue one down there as well, so we can head to either that one or that one. We'll head back to that yellow one in fact, and we'll get that one done, because it is clogging up 2 task space now. So sometimes on these research days, it does make you go backwards and forwards a little bit to try and get some of these tasks done. But we don't know that too much. 1 in 10 shiny odds. Let's just cross over the road without getting run over. So what we want, being that this Snorlax is pretty much dead, obviously we can't bury it, to make it easier for us. But what we can do is we can add a fighting type. So if you hold down, you can see what moveset these Pokemon have got. We want one with a fighting charge move, like Riolu there. And we're going to go in with Riolu. But what we're going to do is we're going to let Snorlax attack us a little bit. Because what that does is it just charges up our meter a little bit. When he attacks us, it charges us up. So as you can see there, it's now charged us up. We can hit him with a body slam, with a cross chop, should I say. And now we can just finish off taking him down. So super effective is done. So sometimes when a Pokemon's nearly dead, choose a different fighting type to what it recommends, else you'll just end up hitting it out in one go. We're going to leave that gym grey because I don't really need it. We just had to take it because of a task. Maybe my son can add on it later with his account. Feels a bit bad taking the gym and not adding on, but sometimes it has to be done on these research days, sadly. When you get those sort of tasks, sometimes you have no other choice. So I think this one was the one which was Explore 3K, which is a little bit annoying. Somebody's going to be happy. Yeah, hopefully we're going to come across a grey gem. So somebody will be happy about it. And maybe somebody else has just had their coins as well. So all positive. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I think I'm close to my gym limit as well. You can see there, I am actually on my gym limit. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 20, yeah. So I can't actually add on anyway, even if I wanted to. Very, very annoying you can only add on 20, but still. Won't bother looking at that, it's only 15,000 XP. So yeah, 20 gyms is the maximum you can add on. You've never seen that before, what's that? When you scroll down on the Pokemon on gyms, it tells you your Pokemon that are on gyms on the Today View. Have you never scrolled down? What have you been doing? You've never seen that bit on your game. Yeah, 20 gyms, yeah. 20 gyms is the limit you can be on anyway. So it won't let you add on anymore. It'll tell you that you've reached your... I've never had them 10. Yeah. So 20, I get quite... I can easily get 20 around here because there's more than 20 gyms around me. So it's quite easy to do around here. You've just got to be very careful because obviously you don't want to leave them all grey. Nice curveball throws in a row. We'll do that one, even though it's not an event task, just because it gives us a few more Pokeballs. And it shouldn't be too difficult to do in hindsight. Although Lapras heading that back didn't really help. Let's try again on Magma. There we go. 2 nice curveball throws in a row. Amaura, no shiny. We'll get rid of that one because that one is not an Amaura or Tyrunt task. This information board is just an excellent throw. Might as well do it. Can be easily done. Can actually be done on him. So it shouldn't take as long with this guy. There we go. Let's see what that one is. 3 rock type Pokemon. So that is the sort of task we want for Tyrunt or Amaura. We should have another task space free for this one. Explore 1 kilometer. Again, not an event task we want. Not at the moment anyway. Don't mind them after this event. But during this event, I'd rather not. So 3 rock type Pokemon. Fleece is the best Pogo player in the world. Hi, Danzo. Yeah. Hey, thanks very much for joining. I've done a couple of raids with Fleece. I know one of my friends is good friends with Fleece. So a friend of a friend. So showcased. Let's add on here. Rank 1. There we go. Happy days. Make 3 nice curveball throws. Pokemon storage is full. Terrible news. Terrible. We don't want to be deleting those toadstools, so let's just take those out of the equation. There we go. Shiny Cranidos! I just looked up for a second then to see if I was walking into anybody, but Shiny Cranidos appears. Let's go! Look at that for a shiny, that is awesome. That is such a nice shiny. I remember when this came out during Adventure Week, about 3 years ago now, 3-4 years ago. I went mad for it. I went searching around trying to find it. It took me over 700 checks to get a shiny. And as you can see, as we said before, anything we normally find in the wild is normally a 0 or 1 star when it's shiny, and this one just proves that point, a 1-star shiny Cranidos. Still, super, super cool shiny. Very, very happy with that. Super, super happy. But we've got quite a few of those now, those Cranidos shinies. I've got quite a lot of those now. In fact, we'll check in a moment. So we've got a couple of task space free, nice curveball throw, real easy to do on this little guy, or this big guy, should I say. Use an Ultra Ball to hopefully make him stay in a little bit more. First ball just seemed to throw on the floor, basically. Tyrunt 681, 700 is the CP we need on Tyrunt. That task there is rubbish. Let's go to the next one. And we have 3 nice curveball throws. So I don't think the wild Pokemon are boosted during this Fossil Day event. So it's super cool that we managed to end up with a shiny Cranidos. I'm guessing it's 1 in 512 for him, it normally is. Like I say, I don't think they're boosted for this event. Yeah, I think it is full odds. I think it is. Terrible throw. Then we follow by a great throw. 669 on a Tyrunt. Again, we'll just stack it for now. Tyrunt and Amaura are very, very nice, excellent throws to do. So my plan is, and the reason I'm not catching them at the moment, is to stack them, and then later on we can come out for a little bit of a walk and put a lucky egg on, and then just sit there catching a stack, pretty much, and get as much XP as we can. Because of course, Adventure Week, which is currently on until tomorrow at 8 PM, it is 2 times catch XP, so we can hopefully get some more XP by lucky egging. And of course, with it being from field research tasks, we don't have to rush and try and catch them and worry that they're going to run away. We can just use a Nana Berry, stop them moving, and try and get those excellent throws on them. So that is going to be a way I'm going to do it. So that's why I'm stacking them. Very high CP Cranidos there. Just need to make sure nobody's behind me. Walking down a little bit of a cycle track now, or where a lot of bikes go, should I say, before we go onto the cycle track, so don't want to get in anybody's way. So a couple more Pokestops down here, quite a few. There's actually one further up there, so we'll go up to that furthest one away and then work back and get the others on the way back. So let's just tie in on that XP total. Very, very close. Less than 65,000 XP to go until we get to 900 million. And we're going to try and get that as a nice clean number. It may take a couple of minutes to try and organise, but we're going to try and get as a nice clean number if we can. That is going to be a challenge. I think I managed to do it when I hit 700 million XP. I didn't manage to do it when I did 800 million XP. That was a little bit annoying. Just went slightly over, unfortunately, on that one. But definitely trying to hit it as a nice clean number for the 900 million XP. So research task, we can reach these ones across here. Might as well grab these ones now. Battle in a gym. Well, it's a good job that is, because there's a blue gym there. Ideal. Three nice curveball throws. Yeah, I did do 32.3 million last the Ultra Unlock event. It was pretty good. I only did 4 days out of the 5. Annoyingly, I did want to try and get to 40 million during that event, but of course we did that 37-mile walk in that week, so yeah, legs weren't quite up to playing the game for a couple of days after that, as you could expect. Make 5 curveball throws, super easy one to do there. So let's battle in this gym here. So it has just been, somebody's just added on, so luckily we won't have to defeat it, which is good, because I don't like leaving them grey if I can help it, like we mentioned before. But battle in a gym is now complete. No shiny Tyrunt, 680. So let's see what we have now left remaining. 2 nice curveball throws, 5 curveball throws. So not a bad task to do. We just need to head up to a stop up here to see what that one is. Three nice curveball throws, and we are one more curveball throw away from doing that other one. So hopefully completed at the same time. Danny, my boy. Hey up, Vince, how are you? Thanks so much for dropping on. So again, if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that like button on the video and also subscribe to the channel as well and turn on that notification bell and you won't miss when we next go live. Good, working like crazy. Always, mate. Always the same, innit? It's crazy. So another battle in a gym, which is actually quite ideal with where we are here. Nothing but 12-hour shifts lately, that sucks. That's annoying. Oh, good on you for doing them, mate. Hopefully 12-hour shifts brings a decent pay in. So hopefully by the end of the holiday money, yeah, exactly. So yeah, hopefully only is a good thing doing those sort of shifts. So battle in a gym, we'll just do this one now. Somebody was in that one with us then. Oh yeah, there's a couple of people on the phone, so they could be joining us there. So, no Shundo Amaura, but that should finish off those other two tasks. Shiny Tyrunt, let's go 667. I might just go to England, go to Germany next time. Yeah, do it. Do it. Tyrunt does not want to be caught. Simple as. Does not want to be caught. Getting mad shinies, yeah, they just don't want to stay still. Look at him. He's just bouncing around like he's happy-go-lucky. That'll calm him down. There we go. That's why it's so important to have nanabs with some of these Pokemon, especially if you try and get excellent throws. 667 Tyrunt, not going to be brilliant. Yeah, definitely not going to be brilliant. 700 CP is at Hundo, like we said previously. 10, 14, 10, not very good at all. Of course, Tyrunt you can evolve during the daytime, so it can be evolved now. Amaura you have to wait until the night time to evolve, so that is the evolution requirement for him. Where would you recommend staying at? It depends what you want to do, really. You can either, if you go to England, you can, if you want to go sightseeing, of course, everybody likes to go to London when we come here. So you can always go to London way. And then from London, you can pretty much get a train to anywhere, pretty much. So if you stay London way direction, you're obviously in the main city, but it all depends on whether that's something you want. If you like staying in the big cities and sightseeing, then London's obviously the one. I want to be able to go hunting with you. Yeah, well, that's going to be towards Manchester way, then. Manchester direction. But yeah. We can discuss that a little bit closer too if you want. Depending on if you do actually end up coming this way. So what was that field research task there? 660. We need another couple more up here. Yeah, it would be cool. Obviously, it would be better if I was off work at the same time as well. That would be awesome. So field research task here, and we have 3 pineapple berries while catching Pokemon, so that's a good one to have. First though, oh, we are incredibly close now to that 900 million. We may just have to time this perfectly to be able to get 900 million live on stream. Clean numbers, remember. Trying for clean numbers. What is this field research task up here? We have make 3 great throws, so that's a good one. Keep on checking on that XP a little bit more often now. Don't know why I'm still using pineapples. Stuck in my ways a little bit there from a previous research task. Come on, great throws, at least. There's an excellent. There's another excellent. And Tortuga, did that catch? No, it didn't. Let's try for an excellent on him. Sometimes it can be a little bit annoying, Tortuga. There you go, excellent. And 6M3, so still no shiny. It's still no decent shiny. We've had 2 2-star shinies now. Let's just double check on that XP again. 965 on that XP, getting very, very close now to that total. Need to be doing better throws than that though to get anywhere close to it sooner rather than later. Terrible throw again on drill this time. So I can't remember when we went over 800 million. I can refer back to one of my screenshots later on, but it definitely didn't seem long ago. Now we are edging towards that 900 million mark, and of course, like Dan mentioned before, vastly down to the Ultra Unlock events that we had over the last few weeks. We had the first Ultra Unlock event, which I managed to do just over 20 million during the event, which was decent going. Of course, 4 times catch XP during those, and 4 times catch Stardust, and 20 million XP on a week where I was actually at work for the majority of it was pretty decent going. And then of course last week we had the second Ultra Unlock event, which was the debut of Hone Edge, or a couple of weeks ago now should I say, and during that week we managed 32.3 million, which again, very, very good going on that. So we are not far off. We need to just time this right now. So can we get 900 million? Bang on. That is what we're going to be aiming for. May come down to spinning the stops at the right time and stuff like that. But we're going to try it. We're going to try it. Great throw there. And let's refer back to the XP. Is there any Pokemon nearby? No, we'll do this Dynamax. This Dynamax Doromaka. Of course, one of the best counters against the Butterfree tomorrow is Galarian, the Dynamax Darmanitan, not the Galarian, of course. Hasn't yet been released as a Dynamax. But no, the Fire type Dynamax Darmanitan is one of the best attackers for G-Max Butterfree, but there is actually 3 different Pokemon that are better than it, and if you haven't already, make sure to go check out the YouTube video I posted a couple of days ago now, yesterday was it, or the day before, where I did a G-Max Butterfree information video, and also what best to use as counters. Like I say, there is 3 better counters to use against G-Max Butterfree other than Darmanitan. So make sure to go check them out to see what they are and set up your team to do the most amount of damage during that G-Max battle day tomorrow. So Gigantamax, Blastoise should see us out in this battle. One more hit, and that should do it. There we go. Looks like a battle island. Does. $802. Annoyingly, not very good. I think around 823 as a Hundo. So yeah, very good on this one. All the guns on him. Yeah. Yeah, the Blastoise is very, very cool when it Gigantamaxes. Do not want to mess with Gigantamax Blastoise. That is definitely a knife to a gunfight. Well, keep your eyes open a little bit more. We are getting very close to that 900 million XP now. Can we do it? So it's going to be a case of trying to catch these Pokemon, which we've stored, at the right time. So let's see what we can do here. And again, we'll check what that is. Super, super close. What are we getting per throw here? Just so we can try and work it out. $2,340. So we need to do some terrible throws. It doesn't feel like I want to, but it seems like we have to. Maybe some terrible throws on these. Tiny Amaura there in our stack. No, excellent throw. Too used to doing excellent throws. It did break out, luckily. So maybe a great throw would give us a better XP for that 900 million. Let's see. 440. What does that give us? Super, super close. Super close. These are giving us 100 XP each. And maybe that gym will give us a little bit more. Another great throw. So it's just all going to be about timing on this. This is what it's come to. Trying to get clean numbers. The amount of preparation you have to try and do to do this. It's a little bit annoying, but still, it's all worth it when you see those clean numbers. Shiny Tyrunt in the stack. Let's go. I didn't know I got that one. Let's freaking go. Shiny Tyrunt in the stack. Did not know I got that one. That is awesome. Just literally been doing tasks and not catching them. There's another 2-star. Of course it is. Right, so if we do another EXO like that, if we catch a Pokemon on an excellent throw, should I say? Like that. We then have 550. So if we spin this gym, of which we're not currently defending, that will just give us 100. So if we put something on there to defend it, it may give us 150. Shiny. Oh no, I can't add on. I've reached my gym limit, haven't I? I've reached my gym limit. I bet if I try to add on here. Yeah, you've reached your gym limit. Right, okay. No worries, no worries. Let's see what it gets us. Gets us 25. Right, that actually could be good. So we're not going to catch anything now, we're just going to spin stops. Oh, this is going to be close. Right, okay. So all we're going to be doing now is spinning stops and seeing what that gets us. Because this is going to be very, very close. We should hopefully be able to do this. It's clean numbers. That would look so cool. If we could hit 900 million live on the stream with all clean numbers, that would look so cool. So I'm not going to catch anything now. I'll shiny check things. Could you imagine getting a shiny now? It would just ruin my XP. So yeah, this may actually work. Evolve a Pokemon. Ooh, that's actually a good shout. Evolving a Pokemon will get us exactly. Shall we do this? We could actually do this. Right, the organisation here is like I'm organising an ambassador event. It's crazy. So evolve a Pokemon, task done, Eevee. What has that done to our XP? It's gone up 1,000. If we evolve another Pokemon, Omanyte, that should take us to 997. Need to just be careful how many Pokemon we evolve here. Because these are exactly 1,000 XP each. Don't want to catch, don't want to catch, don't catch. So again, evolve another Pokemon. Let's evolve another Omanyte. We've got 4,000 candy of them. If somebody opens my gift now, it will ruin it. If you're watching and we're one day away and you've got a trigger gift, don't open it. Don't be so cruel. Could you imagine? Right. So we are on. Oh, this is incredibly close. But I think we can do it. Wheel the power. Right. We need to go back up here and get more. We need to get more Pokemon. That red gym, without us being on it, is giving us 125. So that should get that 5 at the end, rounded up to a 0. That's 75. We should then just be able to spin stops. Why do I do this to myself? Why can't I just be normal and just, you know, go over 900 mil and be like, oh yeah, we got over 900 mil, well done lads. You know, why do I have to get round numbers? Why do I have to try this stuff? I'm just putting more pressure on myself here, aren't I? For no reason. Other than spectators' enjoyment. Right, check again. 275. Oh, that gym's going to go very, very soon. That would take us to 400. We then need 6 Pokestops after that. That will do it. No, can't spin it just yet. Well, this is it. We are going to hit 900 million. And, one thing I need to worry about is walking too much and hatching an egg. Oh no, we're good. We're good. Phew. That's not going to scupper us. That's good. 2 stops are gym. Oh, look at that. We are 400 XP away. 400 XP away. 4 more stops. I don't want to spin that red gem up there because that will scupper us. That may give us another 25. So I don't want to do that. But I'm going to head that direction. Oh, this is very, very annoying. Should I carry on walking and avoid and potentially upset myself by doing another task or something, which will then get us over? Or should I stay still? Oh, decisions. Why do I do this to myself? Why? Oh, there's a poke up there. We are 3 Pokestops away. Oh, this is going to look so good. Yeah, I know I'm biased, but this is going to look so good as clean numbers. This would just look mint. It'll be worth it, trust me. It'll be worth it. We've pretty much done all the research tasks anyway. Except the ones in the field. But I need to not get too distracted because I'm just going to end up catching something and be like, no, I've ruined it. So don't get too distracted. We just need these 3 Pokestops up here. That's all we need. 3 Pokestops. Miss the gym. Don't spin the gym. That will screw you up. Miss the gym completely. Do not spin the gym. I'm saying this more for myself now, more than viewers. Well, just stay with me for now. I swear I haven't gone completely insane. Just partly. This is when we get another shiny Cranidos. That'll be funny. No, don't claim the gift. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, 200 more. 200 more, man. We get the cleanest screenshot ever. Hey, Rev. You join us at a very, very cool time. We aren't catching a single Pokemon at the moment. Because, you know, got to catch them all. No thanks. But look at that XP. Look at it. We just need to spin 2 more Pokestops and we get all clean numbers. This is going to look so cool. I'm getting very excited, Rev. The last time I hit clean numbers was at 700 million. Completely messed it up at 800. Pokestop, 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 Pokestop. Spin. Look at it. Let's go. Oh my God, look at that. That is absolutely freaking awesome. 900 million. Bang on the button. Yes, let's go. Brilliant. I'm going to take a screenshot of that. And I'm going to take another screenshot of my face not there. So let's take another screenshot as well of that. Let's freaking go. That is so awesome. Oh, clean numbers. Oh, I feel so happy. I sort of don't want to mess it now. I don't. Can I just spin like another 1,000 stops to get to 1 billion now? Let's go, bro. Yeah. Look at that. 900 million clean ass numbers. And 60k kilometers walk clean. That is so freaking awesome. Oh, I do love doing clean numbers. Griggs has now opened the gift. Thanks, Griggs. I don't think that would have messed my XP up anyway, with you opening a gift. 900 million bang on. Oh, I'm happy. I'm very happy with that. Let's freaking go. Clean as clean can be. Very, very clean numbers. Now we've got a bill. Now we've got to chase down a bill. And for those who didn't see my first YouTube video earlier this year, right at the start of this year, we started on 541.5 million XP at the 1st of January. I set myself a crazy target of reaching 1 billion by the end of 2025. So pretty much all of the XP what I've earned throughout 8 years of playing, double it in just 1 year. And amazingly, we're only 100,000 off that now. Amazingly. And basically what we had to achieve at the start of the year to achieve this goal was an average of 1.25 million XP every single day. So 1.25 million every single day. And we've completely smashed it at the moment. All barring a disaster, we should easily get this 100 million. Like Rev says there, easily. We should easily do that. Of course, GMAX Butterfree event tomorrow. That's going to help us and hopefully get a few mil in with the increased XP if you buy the ticket, which we will be doing. So that's going to help us. And of course, all the other events coming up, and of course that max finale as well. That's hopefully going to be a decent event for XP with all those GMAX Pokemon about. So hopefully we can get to 100 million, or to 1 billion, should I say, before the end of the year. Hey Emma, how are you? 225 million per season. That is absolutely crazy. Well, now that the target seems more getting closer, I'm now starting to think about what we could do as our 1 billionth raid. And if you think about it, 100,000 XP left to go. Sorry, 100 million XP left to go. May just take us around Halloween time. And what normally spawns at Halloween? My favourite Pokemon, Gengar. So could we do a Gengar raid to mark our 1 billionth XP? That would be super, super cool. Whether it's Mega, whether it's Gigantamax, whether it's just a costume Gengar that we release, that would be such a cool way of hitting 1 billion XP. Even if a Gengar's rubbish, I will forever keep that Gengar in my storage. That is for sure. So hopefully we can hit 1 billion around Halloween time. That would be so, so cool if we can. Hey Kiki, how are you? We are doing very good today. We've just hit 900 million XP. which is so cool. Let's go up this way and see if we can get a few more of these research tasks before they disappear. We've got a couple of these stops up here still to do. Hopefully we can get to all these before the event time finishes at 5 p.m. A few sheep as guests. That's quite cool. Some real life wooloos. Is there any way you can invite me to a GMAX tomorrow? Yes, I can invite you to a GMAX tomorrow, that's no problem. What I'll do is I will just go on here and I will set your nickname to raid, and when I'm in a raid or in a GMAX, I'll just invite anybody I've tagged raid. So yeah, you'll get sent an invite tomorrow, that's no problem. So yeah, keep an eye out tomorrow. Invite should be coming in for GMAX Butterfree. If anyone else in the comments wants an invite as well, let me know. I can tag your name as well as being part of my invite list for tomorrow's GMAX. Don't jump, Cranidos. Please can you open my gift because we're one day away from Ultra Friends. What we'll do is we'll do that GMAX tomorrow because I'll have a lucky egg for that GMAX on anyway. So tomorrow we can hit Ultra Friends on the first GMAX that we do together, and then it just ties both in at once, if that's okay with you. And then it just ties everything in. Because obviously the GMAX battles will be dropping a load of XP anyway. So I'm going to be putting a lucky egg on for that event. And it just makes sense to just tie it all in. Free pineapples while exploring with your buddy. Let's try that one. We are lucky friends, Dans. We are, yeah. We definitely need to sort that out at some stage. Now, I have found a Twitter post yesterday. I think it was Pokémon group or something like that. And they dive into the code of the releases on Pokemon, of like any updates or whatever like that. So we delve into the code and we can perhaps see things that are going to be released in the near future. And remote trading was on there, and a few things about it were the likes of being able to do it only so many times a year, and also the trade cost as well. So it may be like a special trade you can only do once during certain events, but that is going to be happening. So super cool that we are hopefully going to be having the possibility to remote trade. So any lucky friends that you've got from far away, you'll hopefully be able to lucky trade with those very shortly. We've actually gone off a beaten track here. We need to go the other way. Let's just clear out these Pokemon except for Toad School. Just need to make sure that there's no space there. So that'll get rid of everything bar our Toad School. So 3 pineapples. Let's use a pineapple on this little guy here. Just try and work out which footpath I need to be on. Where does a footpath go down here? I'm now lost in a field full of sheep. It's always a good start. I need to go on that other footpath. I know this first footpath has been blocked off by the person who owns these fields, which shouldn't be the case, shouldn't be allowed to do it. We still do it. It's a little bit annoying. How many pinabs do you have? Loads. Loads of pinabs. No shiny on that Amaura there. Still a very, very nice Amaura, but no shiny. 477, and we normally delete pineapps as well, so quite a few of those. I forgot about this event. It's a shame because it's a high shiny rate event. We've had a couple on the live stream today, which is always good. And we're hopefully going to get to these other tasks down here before the event finishes. That's what we're hoping for. And we may just have to watch where we're going a little bit more down here, because it sometimes does get a bit overgrown down here and the footpath isn't that well maintained, but we'll see how we go. I do try and need to get through this. It is a little bit overgrown. I don't know if you could see that on the camera, but quite a few nettles. Just plough away through that. So we should just be able to reach this first Pokestop here. And this has given us catch 7 different species of Pokemon, which I don't mind keeping because that gives us a rare candy. It's good for the Dialga, it's good for anything that you want to try and pump rare candy into. So I don't mind keeping those sort of ones. Let's see what the following research task gives us. Battle in a gym. We'll get rid of that 1 kilometre. And we'll keep that battle in a gym. There's a few more nettles around here now. It's annoying that we don't maintain these footpaths all the time. You do get stung a couple of times. We're through. Wasn't too bad. Right, so we've got battle in a gym, and we've got 4 minutes to get to the last few. 4 more minutes. Let's hop over this little stile. Try and watch where we stand, else we could be in the little river. It runs alongside here, a little tiny river. And that's a footpath. We've got a little wooden bridge. Quite a cool little unique footpath. Duck through the forest and we are here. So, can we get to that field research task down here? There we go, we can just reach it. And that is make 3 great throws. We can hopefully do that pretty easily. One. Two. And 1 more on this Anarif will do us really handy. 3. There we go. And a non-shiny Amaura, which we'll just stack. 5 nice rows. Don't want to save that. Now, can we get to some of these up here before the time finishes? Now, it doesn't matter if we get these tasks in and then we complete them just after 5 PM. As long as we get them before 5 PM, we will still get the same shiny rate. speaking of Dialga Palkia, they're coming back next week, I believe. Yeah, so they're coming back during like a Ultra Unlock raid day. It's supposed to be like the part 3 of the Ultra Unlock. And we're coming back on like a 6-hour raid day. So instead of a normal 2 till 5, it's going to be 11 till 5, 11 AM till 5 PM. And again, very similar to any other raid days, there'll be half-an-hour raid timers on each raid, which means you can do a lot of Dialga and Palkia, of course, if you have enough people to take them down. Let's spin that stop there. 5 curveball throws, quickly catch another Pokemon. We are against the clock here. There we go, completed that one. Quickly, claim it, spin. Explore 3, we don't want it. Spin that one instead. What's that giving us? Make 5 curveballs, that'll do us. And there we are, 5 PM. The event has now officially finished. You'll see the spawns probably change back. There we go, we got Fido instead of the dinosaur spawns. So Fossil Research Day completed. Let's just see what these last few remaining tasks give us. Now we can't do the Battle in a Gym one because we haven't got a non-red gym near us, but we can do the curveball throws, and that was the first one with that non-shiny Tyrunt, and the second one is here now. So will we finish on a shiny? No, unfortunately not. So 561 Amaura, sadly not a shiny, but of course nowhere near the Shundo Amaura, so not too bad, but it isn't shiny. I'd much prefer a decent shiny, else it's just going to sit in our storage clogging up space, no doubt. So over the course of today, let's have a quick look and see what we've managed to get shiny over the course of today, and we'll also check to see if we've got any of them Shundo as well. Now we have stacked quite a few of them, so of course we don't know if any of those are Shundo, but I don't think I've come across any Shundo CPs of the ones that we stacked, else I would have perhaps caught it, but you never know, we may get surprised later when we go and catch those. But as for now, let's have a quick look at 4-star, and unfortunately no Hundos. We did get a Shundo Gligar though yesterday, which was a pretty decent Shundo to find in the wild. So not a bad Shundo there. We also got a Shundo Sandygast and Inkay quite recently as well, which again, Sandygast more so is a very, very nice Shundo to find. And again, caught in the wild. So super, super happy with those Hundos, but none today, unfortunately. Let's have a quick look and see at our latest shinies then. So today, we've actually had a Shundo, or was this yesterday? What date are we today? 2nd. So let's go across to the 2nd. And there we go. We started today with a Galarian Meowth, a level 1 Galarian Meowth as well. And as we mentioned previously, mostly the shinies tend to be in the wild. The shinies tend to be 0-star, 1-star for me, and probably likewise for yourselves. But we started today off with a level 1 shiny Galarian Meowth. We then had a Laleep in the first hour of the research day, which we weren't live for, but was playing it a little bit. So we managed to get a shiny Laleep in the first hour. We then got a shiny Amaura from a field research task, 566 CP. Not quite close enough to that 584 to be any good, but still not bad. 3-star, probably one of the only 3-star shinies we got today at a 13, 12, 13 on the stats. Then we got a shiny Cranidos in the wild, very, very nice shiny Cranidos, and we've got quite a few of those, which I'll show you in just a moment. And then we got shiny Tyrunt off a research task, another shiny Tyrunt, slightly better on the CP, but still only a 2-star. And that was our research day in a nutshell. So not many shinies from a field research task, probably a little bit off the 1 in 10 odds that is expected on a field research day. But hopefully you managed to get a few more shinies than I did today, and hopefully a few better stat ones as well. Let's have a quick look and see how many shiny Cranidoses that now leaves us with. And let's go shiny and cranny. As you can see, 13 shiny Cranidos, and you can see here, when we were first hunting shiny Cranidos, it took us 881 checks. Now that is the amount that I checked after its shiny release and before I got this shiny. So 881 before I managed to get it shiny. Of course, it was full odds when it first got released back in 2021. So 881. Very, very nice. And then we actually ended that event with 3 shiny Cranidoses. One happened at 1,382 checks and the other at 1,690. So you can actually see how many I checked during that event. I did go a little bit mad for it. Cranidos is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. Now this one is very, very nice as well. And if anybody knows the Hundo CP, you may know that this is in fact a Shundo Rampardos, a super, super cool Shundo. We managed to obtain this from a lucky trade, and it is so, so cool. I'm really hoping that Rampardos gets a Mega at some stage. It would just be completely overpowered though, so that's perhaps why we haven't done it, because Rampardos is already one of the best rock type, if not the best rock type in its shadow form, but it very much is still up there as one of the best rock types in the game. So super happy to get a Shundo Rampardos as well. And we've managed to get quite a few other Cranidoses as well, and of course it was featured during its own research day back in 2022, and this is where we got a few of these from. So overall, today's research day has been pretty decent. In fact, not bad at all. Quite enjoyed doing my live stream and walking around and getting involved with everybody in the comments. So thanks for everybody who's tuned in today and got involved during the live stream. I will be doing another video later on tomorrow after the G-Max Butterfree, so make sure to keep an eye out for that on the tasks on the channel, and we'll do a bit of a results video as well as trying to show you video footage of us battling a G-Max Butterfree as well. So make sure to keep an eye out for that. Let's just catch up on some of these comments. Dang, a decent event though. Yeah, very, very decent. Not bad at all. Let's just see on the other comments as well. The comment phone's just gone off, so just bear with me just a second. I can hopefully catch up on these comments before we finish the live stream. Don't want to leave any answers to any questions unanswered. So let's just jump and see what the comment phone says. Gets a little bit annoying when you can't see it on your screen, but let's just catch up on these. Fleece is the best Pogo player in the world. Love saying that name. I've had a total of 13 shinies today, 6 are Tyrunt and 2 are Amaura. Sorry, total shiny, yeah, 6 are Tyrunt, 3 are Amaura, 2 are Gligar, 1 is Solrock. Very, very nice Gligar and Solrocks over there. Gligar, of course, permanently boosted to 1 in 64. Solrock, though, 1 in 512. So you did very, very good getting that Solrock there. Wow, you did really well, Dans. I only got 2 shinies today. Weren't great for me. Got a shiny Amaura and an Esper. So Esper's very, very nice shiny. I definitely want another one of those, actually, for the family. I think I've only ever had 1 shiny Esper. Let me just check that. So definitely need more for the family. And of course, it evolves completely different from male and female. Actually, I've had 3. I've just had all of the same ones. Oh no, I've got a family complete there, haven't I? Sorry. Ignore me. I've got it complete. They just look the same. Sorry if my paragraph is too long. I'm used to typing long paragraphs. I'll keep it as short as possible. Speaking of Dialga and Palkia, they're coming back next week, I believe, which is exciting because I need those candies. I don't want to keep using red candies as I'm saving those for Hundos. Exactly the same. So that's the last comment I'm going to read out. But on that Dialga and Palkia event, like we mentioned before, it is next weekend, next Sunday, I believe, is the Dialga and Palkia raid day. And that raid day, like we mentioned before, is 6 hours long, 11 a.m. till 5 p.m. And if you can get enough people, you only need around about 4 or 5 players to do most of the raids, then you can end up with a load of Dialga and Palkia candy, which for those players who use Roar of Time and the adventure effects, so Roar of Time for Dialga and Spatial Ren for Palkia. It is very, very much needed candy, and in fact, I am crying out for that candy. I use Dialga a lot of the time, and as you can see here, 79 Dialga candy, so I use it a lot of the time. We actually went down to 0 the other day, and in fact, with Palkia, we are actually on 0. So definitely need those Palkia and Dialga candy. And of course, during that raid day, you can get them shiny, 1 in 20 odds for a shiny, and we also have a chance, and only a chance, of having their adventure effect move. So Roar of Time for Dialga and Spatial Ren for Palkia. So hopefully you can land on a shiny with the adventure effect move. That would be super cool. I definitely want that for the Palkia, and that's what I'm going to be after, more so during the event, but definitely want the Dialga candy as well for the Roar of Time. But again, thanks everybody for tuning in to the live stream today. Had a really, really good live stream. I hope everyone else has enjoyed it. If you haven't already, smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel as well, and turn that notification bell on. And we will see you very, very soon for some more videos on the channel. Bye for now. Take care.